We are going to put out for you the worst affected countries, the number of cases that have tested positive, and the number of fatalities. Avni?
That's right. Remember, India has practically quarantined itself from the rest of the world. So just to explain to our viewers what the kind of spread we're talking about right now, let's take a look here. So we're talking about Iran, which has, okay, let's look at South Korea, France, 2,200, and Spain also has 2,200, Germany 1,900 cases, US 1,300 cases with more than 30 deaths. And in fact, if we can just pull up those numbers once more for you so that you get a better idea. China, you're talking about more than 3,000 deaths. In Italy, more than 800 deaths. In Iran, more than 350 deaths. And in South Korea, more than 60 deaths that we're talking about here, Afrida.
Yes, so those are the figures, and clearly, as we can see, after China, Iran, South Korea, Italy, these are the worst affected countries. But in the overall picture, Avni, what are the updates coming in from these countries? Bring us up to speed with the global updates, please.
That's right. So let's just go through what the updates are from around the world right now, if we can pull that up for you at this point in time. In fact, there is a lot that's happening around the globe. A lot of countries have, in fact, suspended increased travel restrictions. US has imposed a ban on flights from Europe for a period of 30 days, with the exception of the United Kingdom. In fact, there are over 1,300 cases of coronavirus in the US at this point in time. In fact, Seattle being one of the worst affected places there. Let's in fact move on to the next slide here and give you a sense of what else is happening around the world and take you through over 10,000 cases of coronavirus in Italy that we are getting to you and that we're telling you about at this point in time. Italy, remember, one of the worst affected countries. Angela Merkel has said that up to 70% of Germany could in fact get infected. That also on a comment coming in from Angela Merkel there. So those are essentially the kind of global updates we have for you, Afrida.
Yes, and let's pick up one point from there, what you mentioned, the restrictions imposed by the US government. Thanks, Avni, for joining us. Let's just talk about the statement issued by none other than US President from the White House, saying that there is going to be a ban on flights from Europe into US, with the exception of United Kingdom. Let's listen in to Donald Trump.
To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days. The new rules will go into effect Friday at midnight. These restrictions will be adjusted subject to conditions on the ground. There will be exemptions for Americans who have undergone appropriate screenings, and these prohibitions will not only apply to the tremendous amount of trade and cargo, but various other things as we get approval. Anything coming from Europe to the United States is what we are discussing. These restrictions will also not apply to the United Kingdom.